project. I feel it's something that we can use. I also see this project being used to do something else as well. And one of the things I see that it just happens that construction will start around the same time that the school will open. Now, when that school opens, we know that there is an element within that park that they're looking to eliminate in this whole area. How and where will that element be? Where will it go? Has that been thought? Where are we going to put that over?
Well, I don't know what you mean by the element, but
Jurassic Park, okay?
you know, I mean, I guess this is one of those kind of things. If I said, I know what I'm going to do with the element, they'd say, well, you'd see, you knew it all the time. If I say, I don't know what you mean by the element, well, what I just got done saying is we'll probably leave the section of the park open for people to use the park. Now, we weren't able to do that at Fountain Square. We closed it all down at once because it was a major simultaneous demolition. We don't have that same problem here. We can probably start to the north and do something different to allow the south to remain open for a while. We will not keep the park open entirely for the entire. We cannot physically do that.
A portion of the park.
We cannot physically do that.
Why?
Because it gets constructed piece by piece. So
we construct a piece.
okay, let
close the
me finish. I told you we will start from the north. We will head to the south. Once we head to the south, we start having construction in there. We can't finish a park and then open it up. It's the way that the landscaping's done. It's the way we're pouring the trades and so forth. You know, I think there just needs to be an accommodation. Close the Fountain Square for a whole year.
So
the same thing. This
so
will not be.
Yes, you're going to close it.
No, the answer again is a portion of the park is going to stay open for a while, but there will be a point of time where the entire park will be closed, just like it was at Fountain Square.
My name is Vanessa Sparks, and I live in Mohawk area of Over the Rhine. But I often work with some of the children that frequent the park. And it has been announced that the Washington Park pool will be closing, and it also has been announced that the Over the Rhine Recreation Center pool will not be open. What I'm wondering is since the community is willing to give up that particular pool, it sounds like, I don't know for sure yet, is there a way that 3CDC could facilitate keeping the Over the Rhine Recreation Center pool open? The other question I have is that one of the things that came up at the last meeting we had at Emmanuel is those are two things that the community wanted to see stay, was the swimming pool and the basketball court. It was brought up that perhaps SCPA would be willing to allow the community to use its basketball court, which is less than a fourth of the size of the existing court at Washington Park, and I'm just wondering if that has been discussed with CPS and SCPA. And then the third thing I have, just quickly, just by a show of hands of the residents that are here, who would rather see a dog park or some of the other elements that are here versus seeing the basketball court and the swimming pool stay?
You would rather see a dog park?
We would rather see the swimming pool and basketball court stay.
Which one is it?
Those of us who are residents who would like to see the basketball court and the swimming pool stay, just by a show of hands. I would say that's about half the room, a little over half.
All right.
Can you answer the first two then, about facilitating keeping the...
I don't know. I did not know that the rec center. I checked recently that the rec center.
I called today and it's closed because of budget cuts. The rec center will not be open.
It's my understanding that, okay, because recreation, I don't think would be here tonight, that two pools will stay open in the neighborhood, Ziegler and the Hammond. And that you're right, that because of budget cuts, the pool won't be open this summer at the rec center. So
And
the
it's
two
only
pools
open
in the
until
neighborhood.
July 31st.
And what I was asking with 3CDC, since the community is willing to allow this pool to go at Washington Park, would 3CDC be willing to facilitate keeping the pool open at the Over the Rhine Recreation Center.
First of all, the rec center was closing this pool. Let's get that straight.
I'm just asking, I'm not debating with you, sir. I'm
No,
just trying to get some help here.
I want to make sure that everybody else understands the facts here. We're not taking the pool out, they were closing the pool. The Cincinnati Rec Commission has had that in their plans for many years.
Okay.
And then secondly is, this is news to me that they are closing the rec. I thought, my understanding was that they were keeping Ziegler open and they were keeping the rec commission open.
No.
I would be happy to have that discussion with the rec department.
And will you then come back and have that discussion with the community as
Well,
well?
I'll have them do that. I mean, that's their job to do that. I will be happy to be an advocate for it. I thought it was staying open. This is, you're introducing new information to me.
Okay, you coming in, but you changing everything. You're not trying to help the people in the community. All you doing is changing it for you.
No, what I'm saying is.
Yes, you are. This is changing it. All this. How many people ain't got dogs? How many people got dogs? Okay, you building a dog park for 5 or 6 people that's got dogs when you have kids that can't play basketball and pool.
Ma'am, please.
I'm sorry.
I want you to, we can continue this debate outside if you like, but I want to let this gentleman finish. And you did have a question.
I did have a question, but I do want to say that me, I'm half African American and half white. I was raised in the African American community, and I'm committed to helping out the neighborhoods. I'm not moving in and wanting to serve me. That there are a lot of people who, the people that are willing to move here aren't the people that are out in Westchester and the suburbs. Those are the people that actually are sympathetic to the conditions of Over the Rhine. And the last thing that I want is for that diversity that's there to go away. So I'm...
It's going to.
It has to, economics.
I want to say first, we welcome you. I'm glad you brought, I mean, City Home is a project that we've been involved in, and I really, and you can work with us, you know, and we're not against you. This is not what this is about. It's about the equitable development of the neighborhood, and we have seen a lot of displacement. And we do believe in that racially and economically mixed community, but it has to be protected, sustained, legislated. Our Over the Rhine plan, they're not monitoring the numbers of how you keep them mixed. And a lot of people are saying what you said. You're moving here because you like that diversity. You want that racial and economically mixed. But we're losing ground on that mix. So this is not about being against you, sir.